Space Wizard here, and boy do I have a crazy story for you guys. The night was dark and full of terrors. Well, the night wasn't really filled with terrors, but the burning pit of my asshole was about to tear a new hole if I didn't find a bathroom soon. The unbearable feeling of uncontrollable shit was anything but inevitable, as even the fires of Mordor couldn't prevent this shit from abstracting itself out. Finding a bathroom was proving itself more audacious than I expected, putting into consideration there were so many borderweight obesity people living near me. In my time, it was okay to pull down your trousers and shit anywhere you desired, but as I thought about it, pulling my pants down and shitting in the middle of public, I thought about the strict laws and how this would probably be considered sexual assault, and I would find myself beaten half to death, and most likely behind bars for no less than 10 years. But I stood there, thinking about it again, looking at my hands. Then I realized, I'm white. So I'd most likely receive no more than just a slap on the wrist and a fucking speeding ticket or some shit. But I wasn't going to degrade myself to such a low-class answer unless there was no other option to employ. There was a woman strolling on by, and I knew she could be the answer to the agony I'm going through right now. When I went to communicate with her, asking if she knew where I could find somewhere that had a public bathroom, the only mouth that opened was my asshole. As the small breath of air it took released a gapping amount of shit formulated together with tuba-like farting noise, it was some shitty luck, to be honest. This lady didn't look at me weird, no. She looked at me like I was fucking insane and just walked in the other direction holding her nose. I didn't even say anything due to the juicy brown leakage dripping from my anal down my legs. It was the worst feeling I've ever had. So bad, it sealed my own voice in nothing but embarrassment. But to top things off, it didn't make me feel any sense of better at all, since the amount that came out was less than 1% of what was left in the fiery pits of Mordor. I couldn't bear this agony anymore. I decided that I would go to the nearby park, and there, to my amazement, there was a bathroom. Oh my god, I thought. But the door was locked due to previous vandalism. I couldn't hold it anymore. I was finished. This is the end, I thought. I was still 30 minutes from home, and I was only moments away from exploding like Hiroshima. I swiftly made my way into the area with lots of trees, pulled down my pants, and released a rapid firing shards of shit. Have you ever taken a shit that you told yourself after, wow, that was a top 5 shit of all time? Well, this shit was the single greatest shit I've ever taken. There was nothing that could top the feeling of releasing the massive pieces of watery turds all over the grass. The feeling was even better than masturbating to Asian porn, I tell you. Hell, it was better than sex itself. But there was one major problem. Just one. My boy, no more than 10 years old, was looking right at me, stared at me, as if I were some sort of fucking animal at the zoo. What I was doing is probably the most primitive singular thing you can possibly do, but this kid was in utter shock, as if he just witnessed a fucking murder. The eye contact I made with him was the most awkward thing I've ever felt. It felt so awkward that my body tingled with utter shock. He turned and begun running away, screaming. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, "It's not what it looks like." He's probably thinking to himself, "You mean you aren't taking a fucking shit in the middle of a park like a fucking dog?" He just kept running and running. I had no time to grab a leaf to clean my ass, but I could feel that there was so much excess shit on my cheeks, but I had no time to wait. So I pulled my pants up and ran as fast as I could in the opposite direction of the kid. I never went back to that park, and I certainly never shit in public again. So there you guys have it, the story of my amazing public shit with utter embarrassment. Meeting 2 random strangers, a lady and a boy. I never felt the same after that. I changed. I'm a different man now. I don't poop in public anymore. Never will I ever do that again.